let's begin with a check of the stories that are making headlines today. To deal with flooded conditions. Belizean footballer killed in road traffic accident in Guatemala. And SATIM says it will continue to manage National Park despite the cancellation of agreement. Details of these stories and more are coming up on the newscast tonight. But first, we step aside for a word from our sponsors.
Damn, she at 10. Boy, trying to go over there for school, you like sick? Boy, do I feel like come? No right now, man, no right now. Boy, you soft, dog. You know what? I'll put in a lead word for you. Go back, go back, go back, go back. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul, baby. Hi, I'll check a lid up. Charlie bit.
You get punk, Millie boy. But on the other hand, with the best local, international, and tax rates in the country, at least Smart always got your back.
Yeah. Smart, bringing people together.
At Belize Natural Energy, our vision is to be a leader in the oil and gas industry by creating opportunities for our employees to mine their potential within. When the company commenced drilling operations in 2005, the oil and gas industry did not exist in Belize. Labor had to be imported. The owners of BNE decided to make it a Belizean company, a place where Belizeans with the right attitude could find a home. Today we have 204 employees, 96% of whom are Belizean. We are led by a Belizean CEO and 50% of our management team are women. This was only possible because of a deep-rooted commitment to training and educating our people. We are particularly proud of our primary education literacy program. The lack of adult education services in Belize is a huge obstacle for anyone that couldn't finish primary school. We knew we had to be a part of the solution. In 2010, we applied to the Ministry of Education essentially to start our own school. We put up flyers encouraging anyone who was interested to apply, and the conference room became our first classroom.
When I first met the students, we did a baseline study in order to find out where they were academically. And I did some tests which involved having them read words at the pre-primer, which is typically what a 5-year-old would be reading, and majority of them were unable to read those words.
I stopped going to school at age 14 because in our culture we get married like 12 or 13 years, but I didn't want to. When we start this class, I can't write really good and I can't read really good.
I was about 12 years old when I came out from school. So I never thought, that in this age I was going to be in school again. My biggest daughter was, laughing and says, "Dad, really, you're going to school?" I said, yes, yes. She couldn't believe it, But when I started to come to school, then she realized that, yes, it's true. In some things that maybe she don't know, or I don't know, because she's going to standard 3 right now. I help her, she helped me, so both we work together.
I have seen the confidence that it has built into them, where they are able to transcend what they have received into the lives of their children.
My little daughter, she's going to school now, and I help her, and I encourage her to go study more because I told her, look at me, I did go to school and I am old and I want you to continue going to school.
I'm not afraid now to open a book or write to nothing because I think I'm good.
This initiative can be used as a template for the Ministry of Education to realize that we need to provide education to adults who have fallen through the cracks and who need to bridge the gap between primary education and secondary to complete primary education. We do not have that in our system.
As Belize's pioneer oil and gas company, our goal is always to be a leader in the industry. This past year, we invested over $500,000 US in training. Because we're involved from exploration to production, from transportation and logistics to marketing and branding, our training has to cover upstream, midstream, and downstream. That's a challenge for any company, but for a company with 200 employees, it's a unique opportunity. The courses provided by international institutions have equipped BNE personnel with the latest industry best practices, technical knowledge, and skills.
As a young Belizean, it's extremely empowering to know that you're working for a company that is really there to invest in their people, right? Through training and supporting in all kind of ways. We're a very young company, and the norm would be to hire people from abroad that have the expertise, but they're willing to invest in their people to make sure that it's a Belizean-run company.
BNE is committed to ensuring that we grow the capacity of our people, whether it's through technical skills, primary education, or higher education. Our training program challenges our employees and provides them with the resources to grow. HR is not about PR. It's about helping people to grow. It's about doing what's right.
Responded to your feedback, and our brewmaster has adjusted the recipe for your summer seasonal beer, Verano. The name is the same, the logo is the same, but the flavor profile is better, bolder, and has more citrus with a hint of spice. Introducing the new taste of Verano. Like we said, say hello to summer.
Interrupt this program to bring you more FM. Hottest station 99.5. Diesel power. Diesel power.
Present summer.
We interrupt this program.
Summer.
I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't. I feel good. I knew that I would. More FM.
SummerSlam. Coming soon on
Love TV and
More FM, driving you wild.
Good evening. With the Wednesday edition of Love TV's Evening News, I am Renee Trujillo. A Belizean died yesterday in Guatemala as a result of a traffic mishap. Reports are that a bus traveling from Quetzaltenango to the capital city fell into a ravine yesterday afternoon. The accident left a 20-year-old footballer, Luis Eduardo Mendez, dead. In addition, 14 other passengers were injured, with 8 of them being transferred to the National Hospital in Solola. The remaining 6 were treated at the scene. Preliminary investigations reveal that due to a motor collision, the driver of the vehicle lost control, causing the vehicle to fall into the ravine. The news has shocked many of Mendez's family and close friends. Love News spoke via phone to one of the Mendez's former coach while he formed part of the BDF football team. Palmero Salas shared his sentiments.
Mendez, as far as I know, was a very humble young man, an excellent football player. Came to the national team when we began recruiting for the national team that was to travel to Costa Rica. So he was recruited to the national team way back in October of last year. And so that's when he, as a football player with talent, came to us, and he not only played on the A team that went to Costa Rica, but he also played on the U20 football team that also went to Costa Rica in April of this year.
What position did he play?
He was a defensive player, but mostly he was used as a midfield defender.
Can you be more specific when it comes to his strengths in football and his weaknesses?
His strength, very strong player. He make use of his opportunities, and he was also the player who, whenever he's in control of the ball, he would always look for the opening of the player in an open space and pass the ball to him. So he was never a selfish player. That much I know about him. But most of all, was a very humble player who followed the instructions.
And what are some of the comments that you've been getting from other members of the national team?
Well, certainly it is a sad time for us. Losing a member of our national team, someone we've known, someone that has been close to us, it is never an easy thing. So on behalf of the Football Federation of Belize, the entire football family and the national team, we express our condolences with the family of Mr. Luis Mendez.
And of course, as a correction to our newscast, that is President of the Football Federation of Belize, Roberto Vicente. We now hear from Palmero Salas, who was Mendez's former coach.
A mí me llamaron el coronel Castellanos, que era el presidente del BDF.
I was called by the then vice president of the BDF team, Castellanos. Luis Mendez was our defense. I also got a text from one of my friends. In the morning, Luis' mother called me and she was very, very upset. We lost one of the best football players from Benque, and that's the reason why he formed part of the BDF team. He had a great future ahead of him. These are very hard times for the family. I don't know what really happened, but I was told that Luis went on a trip with his girlfriend and her family. When they were coming back, it appeared that something went wrong and the driver lost control of the vehicle. I was told that the mother was the one who was in danger, but it so happens that Luis saved her life and risked his life. It's very sad news. He was a very talented young man, very disciplined. When he played with the BDF, he performed very well. There are only positive things to say about him. From what his mother told me, they are arranging to transport the body today, if not tomorrow. It is expected that he will be put to rest on Friday. A football match has been scheduled to be played on Saturday in honor of Luis.
Nosotros estaremos llevando un partido el día sábado a beneficio de Luis Méndez para que todo el pueblo se una y le demos una despedida como merece este gran talento de Belice.
Mendez is expected to be put to rest on Friday in his hometown of Benque Viejo del Carmen. NEMA Toledo remains activated in connection with flood emergency measures. Correspondent Paul Mahong reports.
NEMA Toledo coordinator Kenton Parham, along with other public officers, are currently on standby as part of flood emergency operations in Toledo.
Since yesterday morning, we have been experiencing quite heavy rains in the Punta Gorda area and outlying areas, flood-prone areas such as Jordan, Blue Creek, Aguacate area. We're monitoring the situation since yesterday, and we had put shelter management teams on standby for Punta Gorda area during last night as we were anticipating more rains. We also took precaution and activated the Search and Rescue Committee by way of the BDF and pre-positioned them in the area of Blue Creek and Jordan, just as a precaution if any evacuation was necessary. So they spent the night out there, and they're still out there. They will remain out there for the duration of the day as things improve and normalize. The Nemo District Emergency Committee, the Operations Center, remains open and activated to deal with any further development as it relates to flooding in these particular areas for the remainder of the day. And if anything changes, well, we will definitely continue to remain activated to deal with any other threats.
Parham said that Nemo Toledo advises all residents living in low-lying and flood-prone areas to be on alert for fast rising water and to take necessary precautions. A noontime meeting with members of Nemo Toledo Emergency Committee focused on updates of flooded areas and standby plans for emergency assistance to flood victims. Persons affected by flood waters or flooding emergency in flood-prone areas can contact Nemo Toledo District Emergency Committee at telephone number 630-9787. Reporting for Love News, Paul Mahone, Punta Gorda.
On Tuesday, Greg Chuck, the executive director of the Sarsoon Tamash Institute for Indigenous Management, SATIM, explained it is seeking legal redress against the government's decision to grant U.S. Capital Energy permission to conduct oil drilling inside the Sarsoon Tamash National Park. SATIM is challenging the government's decision on grounds that it is contrary to the National Park Systems Act as well as to the 2007 and 2010 Supreme Court ruling on the Maya land rights case. Chuck claims that the government never had the authority to grant concession permits on those lands because those lands were never government-owned lands. SATIM is also asking the court to suspend U.S. Capital Energy's operations in the national park until the court makes a ruling on the aforementioned issue. But that is not the only grievance that SATIM has with the government. Chuck told reporters that the government's forestry department has now cancelled its joint agreement with the government to co-manage the national park. But Chuck spared no words in letting the government know that it will continue to fulfill its duties in that capacity.
In terms of the co-management agreement, I have two letters here. One stating, and I want to read from it, in accordance with this decision, SATIM is being informed that it is no longer authorized to assess access to the national park and that it is to refrain from undertaking any negotiation or related business associated with the park and the usual park management. I want to make clear here the wishes of the communities of the buffer zone that the park is indigenous land. As a people, we have sacrificed, we have been denied access to the very land that we owned. We have recognized, and we have always recognized, the importance of protecting and safeguarding our natural resources. And I want to tell the Forestry Department and the government of Belize that SATIM will continue to manage and protect the national park because it is our interest and the interest of the Belizean people. SATIM is not only protecting the park, but it is ensuring the territorial integrity of this country. The only thing I ask of the government of Belize is to say thank you to the people that have made that possible for this country. Not a letter that says we can no longer go inside the national park. This is the injustice that must be suffered.
Love News contacted Chief Forestry Officer Wilbur Sabira today, and his response via text message was that he cannot comment on it because he does not know what is being communicated and he is not certain if it is part of SATIM's claim before the court. And while SATIM is taking issue with the government on the U.S. Capital Energy oil drilling concession, along with its own cancellation of their joint agreement with the government to co-manage the Sarstoon-Tamash National Park, APAMO, the umbrella environmental organization, also has a problem with the government. This is over a new proposal put to them for the co-management of all national parks. SATIM's executive director Greg Chuck explained that the new proposal takes away much of the autonomy and rights of the environmental organizations which are part of APAMO, the Association for Protected Areas Management Organization.
Cabinet endorsed the co-management agreement template on May of 2012. And we received a letter from them on the 5th of June 2013 saying that in light of government endorsement, you have until June 28th or the end of the month to sign a co-management agreement. But as the chairman of APAMO said, we have been engaged in negotiation with the Forestry Department to develop a co-management agreement. Remember, this co-management agreement or disagreement came about as a result of the 2006 case that SATIM brought before the court. It was at that time that the government questioned the validity, the legality of the co-management agreement. And it was as a result of that APAMO and the other organizations started to engage the government of Belize. APAMO went ahead and developed a template, and in the process, Forestry Department got involved to come up with a formal agreed upon agreement. We had some agreement. However, we have understood that this was tabled before Cabinet, and Cabinet altered the agreement. And it altered the agreement to the extent that majority of the co-managers whose agreement has expired refuse to sign this new co-management agreement because it's harmful to the organization. It's harmful to the interests of the organization. Obviously, they are trying to frustrate the organization. As a matter of fact, for the last 5 years, Forestry Department has refused to endorse proposals that we have submitted to donors to provide funding for the management of the national park. That tells you the intent of the Forestry Department. That tells you how much they want civil society and the private sector to help.
But the problem does not end there, because according to Executive Director of APAMO, Edilberto Romero, the government's proposal now also puts a shorter time frame on their existing co-management agreements.
Right now, there are some co-managers that have 14-year co-management agreement, for example. This one is, this one is putting it at 5 years. For all.
Doesn't that mean that you all have to now really qualify? You have to qualify to co-manage a park with the government? Because 14 years seems like a very long time. A lot of things can happen.
Depends on how you look at time. When you look at proper management and when you look at financial sustainability of protected areas, consider that the government doesn't put anything from the national budget into protected areas that are co-managed by NGOs. So we need to ensure financial sustainability. And when we look at that, we need to look at long-term financial sustainability. So 5 years is not enough. 14 years is reasonable. But we were looking more at 25 or 40 years. Why? Because if you are co-managing a forest reserve, for example, and you are planning to do sustainable forest harvesting, you need to look at 35 to 40 year rotation cycle or harvesting cycle. So that's a reasonable time frame. The other thing has to do with the third-party entry. They've included third-party entries that in a way that they can authorize third-party entries to do activities without having consent from the co-manager. And so and without referencing to what is possible within the protected area, and that's a major problem. There are certain protected areas that allow certain development, and there are those that does not allow certain development. Another issue has to do with the fees for the protected areas. Some of the co-managers have invested in facilities, have invested in infrastructure, in trails, in management structure, in system to collect fees, and they use that for the protected area, for the management of the protected areas. The endorsed co-management, the cabinet endorsed co-management agreement does not say anything with regards to that.
Romero added that having longer co-management agreements does not mean that the government would not be able to assess the agreements with the co-managers, but pointed to long-term environmental undertakings like carbon projects as one of the reasons for longer time spans on the co-management of national parks and reserves. This morning, the final report on the Revenue Enhancement Support Program, RESP, for all city and town councils in Belize was presented. The Revenue Enhancement Support Program was carried out by Peter Doty and Edmund Zuniga, financial consultants, as part of the capacity building component of the Belize Municipal Development Project during a period of 18 months. According to the Director of Public Relations, Mike Hernandez, the main objective of the RESP is to strengthen the capacity of the local city and town councils to become more effective in carrying out their responsibilities with a view to attain financial sustainability through enhanced financial position by increasing revenue collection and improving efficiency in expenditure.
As you know, there's a component called capacity building under the Belize Municipal Development Project. And under this component, then two consultants were hired, and the objective of their job was primarily to implement what we call the Revenue Enhancement Support Program. In essence, the main objective of the RESP is to strengthen the capacity of the local city and town councils in order for them to be more effective in carrying out their responsibilities, right? With the objective to attain financial sustainability by increasing revenue collection and improving efficiency in expenditure. And so in the course of their work, the consultants basically look at various situations as it relates to the councils. For example, they look at the current status of reporting to the Ministry of Local Government. They assess the current level of annual financial commitments of the various town councils and city councils. Overall, though, this project represents a major milestone in the government's efforts to assist the various towns and city councils throughout Belize to improve basically their efficiency in handling their affairs.
Okay, so when it comes to that implementation, what are some of the methods or practices that a city and town council will need to exercise in order for the RESP to achieve its main purpose?
Well, overall, the report has indicated that there has been great progress in terms of revenue collection, but also that there are still many challenges, and so the report identifies various ways how to deal with those. Also, the report has identified, for example, that there are quite a large amount of money that remain uncollected, and that in fact there are avenues that can be used by the various town and city councils to make sure that those monies are collected, but for some reason or the other, they are not being utilized properly.
The Belize Municipal Development Project is a $30 million Government of Belize project being financed through the World Bank and implemented by the Social Investment Fund. You're watching Love Television. Coming up, FFB President speaks on the way forward. Guatemala national sought in connection with murder. And the evening news will continue after these messages.
Captain Morgan's Retreat, a tropical paradise. For the month of July, Belizeans pay $99 plus tax per night. Pamper your palates in our Buena Vista restaurant. Let our friendly staff assist you in planning an exotic day tour. Lounge on the beach or near the pool and enjoy a refreshing drink. Unwind in our elegant Vegas-style casino, then settle into luxurious comfort. Experience the thrill of it all. Captain Morgan's Retreat on Ambergris Key.
Digicel 4G is here. And by here, we mean countrywide. That's right. Experience Digicel 4G everywhere you are. Visit an office or www.digicel.bz to sign up today.
Digicel. Make life easy.
Surface Solutions now introduces a new way of cleaning, Maximo Purple Buster. This incredible degreaser is strong enough to clean automotive and marine parts, but is gentle enough to be used on vinyl, rubber, and other tasks around the home. Just spray a liberal amount on the surface and watch as Maximo Purple Buster quickly begins to remove the grease and grime. Wow! Incredible and affordable. Maximo Purple Buster. Get yours today at Surface Solutions at Carl H. Menzies Company Limited.
Golden Bay is your one-stop variety store for every season of the year. We have a wide assortment of school, office, and kitchen supplies, tiles, bathroom accessories, and much more. Stop in at number 6 Craig Street or check us out on Facebook, or you can feel free to call us at 223-1339. Also, check out iHeart Belize, where you can get souvenirs and small gifts for your loved ones both home and abroad. We're located at number 35 Albert Street, Belize City.
It's delicious. Oh, Grace, I'm so anxious, 'cause I'm falling in love with your new product, Grace Lunch and Me. It's good for you and me, me grandpa and me granny, Grace Lunch and Meat. Yes. Grace Lunch and Meat. It good for everybody. Grace Lunch and Meat. New product when it hit the country. Grace Lunch and Meat. Ready for eat. Come and join me. Grace Lunch and Meat. Try it. You love it.
Marie Sharp's Fine Foods. You've come a long way, lady. A true Belizean original for over 30 years. Winner of many prestigious awards, such as the Food and Beverage Food Award from the Anuga Food Show in Germany, the Fiery Food Show, and many others. From Belize to China and Japan, from Germany and the UK to the USA, you can choose with confidence your favorite Marie Sharp's red and green hot habanero pepper sauces. How about our Just Juicy fruit juices, Marie Sharp's jams, jellies, exotic tamarind-based steak sauce, Belizean seasonal, green mango chutney, snacks, as well as our popular red and green pepper jellies. All mouth-watering, all delicious, all natural and free of sodium benzoate preservatives. And HACCP certified. Marie Sharp Fine Foods, proud products of Belize.
The digital revolution has finally arrived in Belize.
Imagine Central Cablevision's Debo will bring real interactive high-definition and digital TV into your home. Whether you have an older TV or a high-definition TV, you can now enjoy better features than satellite TV. Debo's interactive remote control allows you to scroll quickly through the channel list or view a detailed program information guide that lists programming up to 7 days in advance. You can also pause or record live TV without missing a second. In addition, Debo allows you to set reminders for your favorite shows and play games while waiting for your program to begin. Debo is that easy, and Debo is that good. Get your Debo from the Central Cablevision office near you and be your own digital boss. Get free installation with the purchase of every Debo. Central Cablevision, leading the digital revolution.
Welcome back to Love TV's Evening News. Police continue their search for 26-year-old Guatemalan national Jose Arnaldo Soto. As was reported yesterday, Soto is wanted for questioning in connection with the ongoing investigation into the murder of Isaac Gutierrez that occurred on Sunday in Mayan King area in the Stan Creek district. Police say Soto is considered to be armed and dangerous. If you know the whereabouts of Jose Arnaldo Soto, you are asked to contact Independence Police at 523-2022 or the nearest police station. 27-year-old Mark Gentle, who allegedly pointed a firearm at two men, was charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault when he appeared today before Magistrate Leslie Hamilton. Gentle was also charged with harm. He pled not guilty to the charges. Magistrate Hamilton explained to him that the court cannot offer him bail because of the firearm offenses. He remanded Gentle into custody until September 23. The incident occurred around 1:45 a.m. on Saturday, July 20. The complainants, Gregorio Pott and Rick Jones, reported to the police that they were hanging out on Victoria Street when Gentle approached them and pointed a firearm at them. Pott said that Gentle pistol whipped him and caused an injury which the doctor classified as harm. 26-year-old Eric Lockwood, a farmer of Sandhill Village, Belize District, who allegedly assaulted his cousin Nelson Lockwood and caused grievous harm to him, became an inmate of Belize Central Prison today after he appeared before Magistrate Leslie Hamilton and was charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault and grievous harm. Lockwood pled not guilty to the charges. The prosecutor objected to bail on the grounds that the complainant is a relative of the defendant, and if granted bail, he might interfere with the complainant, and that the complainant is in a critical condition at the Carl Hishna Memorial Hospital. Magistrate Hamilton upheld the objection because of the complainant's critical condition, and he remanded Lockwood into custody until August 27. The incident occurred on Saturday, July 20 in Sandhill. Nelson Lockwood reported to the police that 2 of his cousins, Eric Lockwood and Prince Lockwood, beat him up with a red and gray iron bar. Then they stoned him in his head with 3 stones. Apart from his head, Nelson received injuries to his right hand and his back. He was taken to the KHMH, where the doctor who examined him classified his injuries as grievous harm. Police say they are searching for Prince Lockwood to charge him in connection with the incident. 3 adults and 2 minors, one of them 15 and the other 17, were charged with kept firearm without a gun license when they appeared today before Magistrate Leslie Hamilton. The adults are 26-year-old Michael Young, 24-year-old Kareem Gladden, and 18-year-old Gilbert Jackson. They pled not guilty to the charge. Magistrate Hamilton explained to them that the court cannot offer them bail because of the nature of the offense. He remanded them into custody until September 24. The incident occurred yesterday. The police reported that they went to Young's residence located on Zericota Street in Belize City, and when they searched it, they found a .22 revolver in one of the rooms. The police said that all 5 defendants were present at the house at the time, and none of them were able to produce a license for the firearm. As a result, all 5 of them were taken into custody and charged. The firearm was labeled as exhibit. The participation of Belize national A selection team, the Jaguars, in the CONCACAF Gold Cup tournament in the U.S. was not short of historic for a small nation like Belize. But after suffering defeats for the 3 matches, Belize was bumped out of the competition. After Belize's run for the Gold Cup, one of the lingering questions that have been raised many times is regarding the future of football in Belize. President of the Football Federation of Belize, Ruperto Vicente, gave his brief overview of Belize's performance in CONCACAF and what comes next.
I believe that as a team, we did well. We did well against the power countries. I know we had our shortfalls as well in those games, but looking ahead, we intend to keep our national team and to also provide them with the opportunities to play other friendly matches. We have Guatemala, whom we have a return match with, and we also have Trinidad, whom we still need to visit. So those opportunities are there for our national team. So we're going to keep a national team, and so what we're going to be doing moving ahead is to really restructure our national team committee and also invest more in younger players. So that's what the Federation intends to do at this point.
When the players arrived in the United States, it was reported that 2 of the players, namely Ian Gaynor and Woodrow West, were attempted to be bribed by an individual. For their resistance, Ruperto says that both West and Gaynor are receiving prizes.
The players who are being bribed and refused the bribe in the United States are now going to be honored by CONCACAF, because those 2 players, Woodrow West and Ian Gaynor, will be a part of the audience that will be watching the championship game in Chicago this Sunday. As for the finals of the Gold Cup, they are going to be there, and they will also be a part of the President's banquet, because they did a great thing, and I think it's time for us to herald what they did, and resisting the temptations. I think it's a good thing, and we need to celebrate them. And so CONCACAF and FIFA is going to celebrate their resistance.
The executive of the FFB will be meeting tomorrow, where a number of issues will be discussed, including Coach Ian Mork's decision during the tournament and the status of FFB Vice President Raul Pelayo, who is still being detained in the United States after the DEA nabbed him for allegedly violating the narcotics law of that country. He has attracted controversy with his previous projects, such as the Philip Goldson bust and his brief stint with politics in the last elections. And now Stephen Okeke has completed what he calls his last public monument. Okeke, who spoke with us at his art gallery on the Philip Goldson Highway, says that the bust of Antonio Soberanes is one of several he had planned under a tourism project for Belize City. It is a piece on which Okeke has been working for the last 6 years. We asked Okeke about the intricacies of his work, his concept, the support or the lack thereof for his projects, and the criticisms that have come his way.
His son has come here, 84 years, has come here to say this is what he wants his father to be represented as.
So he has approved your...
Yes, approved it. The photograph is there. And what was at the park does not in any way represent his father. And if he were asked to make a choice, he would have said so himself. Everybody's rallying around what the Mayans left long time ago. But I invested like I did in making the drums of our father. Everybody's enjoying it right now. The George Price in Belmopan, everybody's enjoying it right now. And we have the Goldson at the entrance of the Northern Highway. Everybody's proud of it right now.
This is your fourth.
This is the fourth and maybe the last one. Because
but you keep saying last.
Yes,
Mr.
of course. But at a time you get to your breaking point, your threshold. But this one here has been completed, and I thought by this time we would have realized the value these things incorporate to the community development and national development. But here we are again, and I have approached the city government, and I have been made to understand that they will incorporate this. And it's been more than 2 months we've been going up and down. And at a point I thought, look, I am no longer satisfied. I'm kind of embarrassed the way it's been handled so far.
Okay, but now they have approved it?
They have approved it, but the problem is that there is no money to no money, not even a dime, budgeted for it.
For paying you or for?
For paying me, for acquiring it, not even a dime.
But did anybody commission you?
Nobody commissioned me, and nobody commissions any artist, and nobody commissions the person who has a product on Albert Street to sell.
An artist selling on Albert Street is slightly different from you doing something of this magnitude and expecting the city council to pay you after you finish it.
An artist selling on Albert Street is different from me too, because I'm a graduate. I have my degrees. And of course...
You have your proposals and your degrees, but the city council has its budget.
Interestingly, there is no budget for this at all.
And maybe they can't afford it.
It's not a matter of can, they should afford it. Because if you're producing a spanking new pack and you want to embarrass, it should be an embarrassment if we should get back what was there as a replacement.
I understand where you're coming from, Mr. Okeke, but the city council does have its priorities, and the priorities right now is in infrastructure.
The city should be part of the infrastructure. What do we mean infrastructure? Just mean concrete pavements, no greenery, no cultural artifacts, no cultural sensitivity and sensibilities. That should be the infrastructure. I shouldn't be doing this, you know. The city council should have been commissioning me or any other things as part of the infrastructural development. Belize City is tourism. And this is what, when we go to Chetumal, we don't look at the pavements. What we tell tourists about are the artistic renditions, the wonderful sculptures, the monuments, the busts of the heroes, of the national symbols. That's what we talk about. We don't talk about the bridges and the concrete things. That is what development, that is what infrastructural development is all about. And the first guy who designed the cell phone we use for granted, everybody think he was forcing it on people. He was crazy. And today we use them for granted. We can't only continue with banana and citrus. We should create new industries. We should create new avenues.
Okeke says that his type of work is what the municipal government, along with the National Institute of Culture and History and the Belize Tourism Board, should be commissioning artists to produce to sell Belize as a tourism destination. Instead, he says his African origin has come against him in Belize. Okeke is selling the Antonio Sabaranis piece to anyone who would like to purchase it. While he says that a bust of Sabaranis, who was one of Belize's greatest labor activists, is priceless, he would accept a few $1,000s for his years of research, labor, and material that he has invested in it. Today, Fulltech Systems celebrated its 21st anniversary by giving back to the community. Fulltech Systems gifted 21 students with educational grants. Reporter Hipólito Novello and Brian Castillo were a part of the festivities. They have the details in the following report.
A grant award ceremony was held at Fulltech's offices where 21 students were awarded a $500 educational grant for them to continue their education. According to General Manager of Fulltech System, Deanna Fuller, a total of $10,500 was given out today.
Students were invited to submit letters telling why they deserve this grant, and it was open for secondary and tertiary students. We actually received over 100 letters, and there was an overwhelming need coming from the secondary department or from the secondary students. So we went through all these letters, looking at the financial need of the student, looking at their grades, looking at their involvement in the community. And so that's how we chose the 21 students.
Over 100 students submitted applications to receive the grants. Out of the 21 students who did, 15 were from Belize City, 5 from the Cayo District, and 1 from the Toledo District. 2 of the main criteria that were looked at was the necessity of the student and their interest in learning. Guadalupe Pacheco is from the Cayo District, and she attended the meeting to represent her twin sons, 15-year-old Jalen and Jared Pacheco. Both Jalen and Jaren are physically challenged but mentally fit.
Ever since they start preschool, from preschool I've been with them to the school. I stayed with them all day because, like you see, they can't help themselves. So I pushed this one in this chair, and then the other one has a power chair. So that's how I take them to school.
And how are they doing with their studies?
Well, he came in second in his class, and the other one came in first, second. He came in third.
Now, what are some of the exercises or some of the things you do with them, to increase their interest in learning?
Well, after classes, we go home and we review everything that they do in class. Since I'm with them, I know what they are going through, so I already know their weakness.
Another grateful parent who received a grant was Janice Flores, parent to 13-year-old Christopher Flores, who is currently enrolled at Gwen Lizarraga High School.
I feel great because I'm a single parent, commute every day from Mahogany Heights to Belize City, $6 a day, $42 a week for a passage. I feel proud, and I know how thankful take.
How is your son doing in school?
Good. Summer school just done Monday, and he went to Camp Oakley with Scouts Monday. I'm a happy, proud single parent. I'm a happy, happy woman at this moment. Thank you.
According to Fuller, each of the students' performance will be monitored, and if they show growth and development, a second grant will be awarded to them. Reporting for Love News, I am Ippolito Novello.
As a part of their anniversary celebrations last year, Fulltech Systems donated over $9,000 of equipment to the Carl Huchner Memorial Hospital. This news broadcast comes to you from Love Television. Still to come, a look at the weather forecast. We will be right back.
More fun games, more sports, more reliable. The Reporter, a family newspaper.
Digicel 4G is here. And by here, we mean countrywide. That's right, experience Digicel 4G everywhere you are. Visit an office or www.digicel.bz to sign up today.
Digicel, make life easy.
This weather report is brought to you by Insurance Corporation of Belize, ICB, making a positive difference in a changing Belize.
one in service. What we guarantee for those of us who need the best insurance policy. Oh, no matter what, you can count on ICB.
In the weather, conditions will become less moist and less unstable. The forecast is for cloudy at times tonight with a few showers and thunderstorms, mostly over southern districts and some coastal area. Mostly sunny skies tomorrow with isolated showers and thunderstorms developing mainly inland. The winds will blow from the east at 10 to 20 knots, becoming gusty near thunderstorms. The sea state will be choppy to moderate, and this will produce locally rough seas at times. Therefore, there is a small craft caution that remains in effect. Low temperatures for tonight are 79 degrees Fahrenheit on the coast, 74 degrees Fahrenheit inland, and 68 degrees Fahrenheit in the hills. A high tide will occur at 11 minutes before midnight, and this will be followed by a low tide at 5:29 tomorrow morning. The sun rises at 6:30 tomorrow morning and sets at 6:28 tomorrow evening. The extended forecast through to Thursday night and Friday is for generally fair with only isolated showers or thunderstorms. And that is a look at the weather with information provided by forecaster Derek Rodon at the Belize Weather Bureau.
This weather report was brought to you by Insurance Corporation of Belize, ICB, making a positive difference in a changing Belize.
Those are the stories we have for you today on Love Television. Our thought conditioner today comes from actor Will Rogers. He said, and we quote, "Even if you are on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there." End of quote. If you'd like to contribute a comment or suggest a quotation for use in this segment of the news, all you have to do is write us an email. Our email address is news@lovetv.com.bz. Thank you for joining us. I am Renee Trujillo. Have a good evening and a good night.